Hello everybody. Now we're going to have a quick look at Dinky number 218, the Lotus Europa. The Lotus Europa was introduced back in 1966 and it was quite an advanced design for its time because the engine was not in the front. It was actually midway for the chassis behind where the driver sat. The idea behind this car was to introduce a sort of kind of like a sports car that could be driven by anybody on the road, and it was like it's trying to combine glamour and excitement and style and speed that you see on the racetrack circuit with something that you could actually own and possess. It's really sort of entered. People started buying it back in '67. Dinky decided to market it and started to produce it from 1970. That's what we're looking at here. This has the innovative function of speed wheels. As you can see from the packet here, speed wheels. What on earth are speed wheels? Well, speed wheels were introduced as a sort of form of wheel to compete with Hot Wheels, Mattel's Hot Wheels, which were then in the sort of late 60s were really becoming the new amazing new toy car to buy, and Corgi and Dinky had ways to compete with these new glamorous American imports. So Corgi had their whiz wheels and Dinky brought in speed wheels, and these had proper rubber tyres to make them roll faster apparently. It's quite quite exciting stuff back then. So it also made them look nicer as well. And this particular one has quite early spun hubs. But anyway, enough of me talking for a minute. Let's just have a quick look at it and then I'll ramble on in a minute or two, a bit more. Again, repro box, but doesn't matter, does it really? Colour of model very different from illustration. Well, I'll say, because all the examples that I've seen of this whilst Googling, whilst researching this video, they've all been the same as mine, or pretty much all the same as mine. I haven't seen any red ones, but it's not to say they don't exist. I'm sure some expert out there can tell me. So maximum speed, 113 miles an hour. Wow. Horsepower, 82 horsepower. I don't know what a comp ratio is. Developing a 1470cc. So, opening doors, opening rear engine cover, moulded seats and windows, jeweled headlights, detailed engine. Quite interesting these little features like this because Dinky traditionally had these big, great, chunky vehicles. Like you think all the old army ones, they were just lumps of metal with axles. But now Corgi were producing all sorts of exciting toys with features, opening doors, and all this sort of stuff. And I think Dinky, is starting to feel like they're going to lose the market unless they do something. And so they've started to produce these things that are much more, much more sort of modern to appeal to kids. So anyway, here it is, and this is the one I had as a child. It's one of the earliest. I had this when I was very, very young. It was one of the earliest ones I ever had. So I'm surprised it's actually still in not too bad condition, considering most of the ones in that period are smashed to pieces. And there's a spun wheel, I think it's called. So it's our new speed wheels there. Jeweled headlights. Oh no, it's just nicking the paintwork. I thought it's 7 for a minute. You can open up the doors. Notice that the steering wheel's on the left. That's because the very first ones were produced for the French, about the first 500 or so, and they decided to, which is marketed within Europe, it was given a left-hand drive. And here we can open up the bonnet. Look at that, you see. We can actually see the engine. Other examples I've seen seem to be silver. I don't know if mine just got discoloured with age, or they were all that sort of some were bronze colour, so the silver colour engine. But there it is. There's the boot. So yeah, it's quite stylish, isn't it? It's quite a funky little design. This one. It went in production until I believe 1978. The later ones didn't have blue on here. It was black. I think they did away with the stripe as well. So, but I think the majority of them are produced much like exactly like my one here. So yeah, it's quite a nice little one, isn't it? Really. So yeah, I believe it's yeah, okay. I can't think of anything more to say on that one because I'm starting to lose my words. So I can't think of anything more to say. So I'll end that one there, and I hope that one brought back a few memories for you. Nice, isn't it? Look. Meow, meow. Don't worry, I'm in my mid-50s. Who cares, eh? It's only between you, me, and YouTube know this. Click like and subscribe, please. Please. Bye-bye.